Yo, what's up guys, Shujinkydink here, and welcome to a video all about your comments. About once a month I like to do this, just sit down and just go through the comments and find some ones that I haven't answered or that I wanted to give a more detailed answer to, and just talk to you guys about them. Nice segue, shout out small cop, to the first comment. Question, why do you say about instead of about in your intro? Nonetheless, love your content, man, keep up the good work. 'Cause I'm Canadian, eh? Jokes aside, I obviously don't pronounce it like that. You'll notice in many videos I'm caught pronouncing it the other way most of the time. It's just a trick that I learned, and I feel like I answer this question like almost every video, but there's always new people and everyone's always asking, so if you don't know why, this is why. I'm proud Canadian, and by putting that right at the top of my videos, kind of shows that, try to show off my pride a little bit, you know, just kind of a little catchphrase kind of deal, just to be like, hey, is this guy Canadian? He seems like he's Canadian. You should do a video about dealing with a zoning character. I did this one already, albeit that was almost 10,000 subscribers ago. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. I'll put the linky up here. It's disguised as how to beat Deadshot. If you haven't seen it already, there's just tips for zoners in general there. Because the big thing, everyone was bitching about Deadshot when the game first came out, and now they're bitching about him again. Now that we're seeing him more in pro play. So yeah, maybe that'll help you out. This one's a bit of a novel. I'm hidden behind a brick wall here, but hey, just wanted to say love your videos. They've been super helpful. Was wondering if you could do a video about who you think the best zoners are. I've been thinking of picking one up for a secondary. I main Bane and just feel like a zoner would be good to have in my back pocket. I played Green Arrow in the first one, but he seems to stay pretty low on the tier list, right? What is your opinion on Green Arrow? Any advice you may have for me is greatly appreciated. I enjoy your videos and probably seen all of them related to Injustice 2. Keep them coming and take care. Really nice comment, man. Thank you a lot. I work really hard in what I do, and really just my goal right now is just to bridge the gap between newer players and tournament players and kind of pro players. Just really help people, find their way into the scene, help them get better, and get to the point where they might want to think about starting to compete. Maybe just build the community a little bit more that way in a kind of an untapped market. To answer your question, I think Green Arrow is quite underrated. I honestly think he might be one of the better zoners in the game, honestly. He's not like Deadshot level or anything like that, but in some matchups he does it very well at keep away. Definitely check out Illusions, Noble Illusions, if you haven't. Check out his Green Arrow play. His zoning with him is on par. You do have to work a little bit harder than some of the other ones, but other top zoners are Dr. Fate, Deadshot. Deadshot, of course, would probably be my number one as far as zoning goes. Starfire probably be my number 2. Yeah, then Dr. Fate number 3. He has some pretty bad matchups. And then you have a few characters that can zone fairly well, like Superman does okay, Batman can do okay, but it's not like their main game. So if you're just looking for a projectile game, that's what I'd recommend. If you're looking for true zoners, I think the 3 to go with would be Deadshot, Starfire, and Dr. Fate. Possibly Green Arrow, depending on the matchup though. Hey Dink, I was feeling down because of some stupid mistake I did that was important, but watching this video, popping in subscription box distracted me enough to realize that it isn't the end all, and that even Dink loses to a leggy Deadshot. It's true. I just wanted to say thanks and keep up the good work. Much appreciated, man. It's really cool for me to be able to touch people's lives in that way, even if it's just making a video game video, that it's something that they look forward to and that they're really, kind of emotionally changed by something that I create, creating some good in the world. I think it's really good. We all make mistakes, man. I've made plenty of mistakes myself. I'll probably make more and more mistakes in the future. You just need to learn and understand your mistakes, and don't really hate yourself for making mistakes. Making mistakes is good because it means you're trying something new, you're trying something different. It's when we kind of start to repeat those same mistakes is when we kind of need to look at the issue. Like if you're continually trying to poke after plus frames and getting punished for it every single time, that's a little bit different. Trying to understand why that happened so you can correct it and move forward. And it's the same with life stuff too. Maybe you're having a fight with a family member or significant other or something about one particular thing that keeps happening. Maybe work to try and change that a little bit as best you can, because sometimes when we're faced with confrontation, we just immediately put our defenses up and we don't look at what the other person is kind of experiencing from their side of things. And we get a little bit blinded. It's not always our fault, but sometimes it is, and sometimes you have to take responsibility for that and make a change in one way. Same thing, that's just one example. I don't know, writing a resume, maybe you're not getting the job you want, and look over your resume and maybe have a friend look over it and see where you're kind of going wrong. just analyzing situations and, you know, just make sure that you're continually going forward. Even if you have to take one step back every once in a while, maybe that'll make you make 2 steps forward or something like that. I don't know, it's philosophical stuff, Einstein and Michael Scott and shit. Are you gonna play Dragon Ball Fighters? Yeah, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan actually. I love the Super Stevens and I like the Gokas and stuff. So I'm really excited to try the game out and really see fundamental wise what it's like as compared to like an Injustice 2 game. It looks kind of more along the lines of a Marvel game. So I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't, we'll see. Can you consider making video about what the multiverse mode and guilds are about? I want to know your opinions on that. I feel like I missed out on the mode since I mostly play ranked. Thanks. A for effort on that attempt there, my friend. I really appreciate that. The multiverse is basically where you go to upgrade your characters, get more gear. They have usually multiverses designated for certain characters for certain days. So one day it'll be like, I think there was a Firestorm one yesterday or something. So if you're a Firestorm player, it's like, yeah, today's my day to go get more nice gear and stuff, and you get epic gear and stuff. So it's kind of cool that way if you're into like designing your character and like customizing them a little bit. Not everybody is, but you know, a lot of the more casual players, like one of my favorite YouTubers I mentioned in a previous video, Boogie2988, says that he'll never play online or competitive or anything. He just wants to play the multiverse, get the gear, and kind of customize his character. And I think there's lots of casual players like that, so it's a very smart move to kind of add that in, because it is really deep, and some of it is really hard. Sometimes I'll play one for hours just trying to beat the stupid boss at the end. And then the guilds are where you can kind of get a group of people together. You all complete these group challenges, and you get guild mother boxes with more gear, so it's basically like win 100 matches cumulatively, I can't say that word, as a guild. So everybody's wins in the guild will count towards that one goal, and if you achieve that goal, then you get a mother box. So it's really neat, and it's something that I don't really use a whole lot. Because I usually, when I'm playing, I'm usually just playing ranked, or I'm in practice mode. When I'm bored or something, I'll just go into the multiverse and stuff. But yeah, it's a cool little thing for the more casual player. So Starfire gets nerfed, but they don't touch Deadshot. Oh, NRS. I'm very confident that NRS knows what they're doing. Everyone kind of said, kind of bitched at them for not doing anything about Aquaman early on. They like to sit back and watch things and see if players can figure stuff out. Like, Deadshot was never really a problem before the patch because you had so many characters that could deal with them because the top tier was just so ridiculous. Now that they've been brought down a little bit, Deadshot goes back up. Even though he wasn't really touched, they've nerfed like 1 frame on a stagger, but they definitely need to do more, and I have trust that they're going to. The reason that they had that patch out was to normalize Starfire and Sub-Zero for the IPS finals and for tournament play. I think that patch was solely just for them. So the next patch that we see, I imagine there's going to be some changes to Deadshot in that one. I expected more from you every day. You went worse and worst. I can't see any pro player here. Drop combos, punish with down 1, nothing like the pros. Usually I save the hate comments for the Dark Dink videos, but I wanted to answer this one like straight-faced. So this was in my regards to my Black Manta video that I posted. Still working really hard on the character, trying to flesh him out, everything like that. If you're looking for pro play, my best play is definitely with Firestorm. Supergirl close second. Manta is a character I'm still working on, and I'm still, yeah, like he said, doing things like down 1 punishing because I don't know what else to do at this point. But I'm in the lab with it. I'm really enjoying Manta a lot. I think he fits in my playstyle quite well. So if you're enjoying the Manta series and you're enjoying watching me grow, I got the same comments, and I always go back to this as my Master of Storms Raiden video, the very first one. I got tons of hate. People said, don't even pick up Raiden, he sucks, and then he ended up being one of my better characters. So it just takes me some time to grow. You know, I'm not a top player in the world kind of deal. I'm somewhere in the middle. I just keep picking away, and if you don't want to watch, you don't want to watch. But for those that are really excited about watching me learn a character and evolving as a player, then I'm happy to have you there, and I hope you enjoy the content that I make. This question actually comes from the Bonehawk Discord channel. You get access to it by becoming a patron on the patron page. Oats23 says, hey Dink, do you react or hard read throw text? I feel like you've answered this before, but I can't remember at the moment. The answer is it's a little of both, actually. You can kind of read where to tech a throw depending on your situation. Some players will do it after plus frames, like if they're doing a frame trap, like say you do 1-1-2 with Firestorm and it's 2-2, and they're starting to respect it. So instead of just doing the same frame trap, you can do your plus frames, and if you think they're going to sit there and block, you can throw them. So that's one space that I look out for it in a lot. Another one is when they're in the corner. If they're in the corner and they get a chance to reverse, they'll usually do a throw to reverse position and put you in the corner. So that's another time that they do it. Another time is after a block poke. Sometimes if you go to poke the opponent and they block it, and they think that it's their turn afterwards, they'll do a throw instead of a poke. Multiple different ways that they can use it. Injustice has a pretty big window for teching throws. Mortal Kombat did too. The thing about Injustice is you don't have to guess. You just have to press the throw button to tech it. You don't have to guess forward or back. So that makes it a lot easier. On a stick, it's really hard for me because I have to change my whole hand position to hit 2 buttons. Because I don't have my throw button is like just gone. It's way the fuck over there. I ain't reaching that in time. I have to stretch my hand out like some sort of a weird frog thing. But I prefer to just do the 2 buttons. So it's a little bit more difficult. It was easier in Mortal Kombat to just kind of slide my finger over. So if you're on a controller, maybe that's the option for you. But yeah, I get asked that a lot, so I really just wanted to include that in here. And that's all the comments for today, folks. Thank you for leaving them. If you're interested in getting a comment in these videos, usually I go back to my previous comments video and kind of look at the questions in those ones and pick a few out of theirs, and then I just kind of go through and pick some randomly here and there. So leave a comment below if you have a question or something, and I might answer it next month. I hope you stick around that long. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like because it really helps me out, and subscribe because we make videos every single day. #BoneHawks and all that stuff, and we'll see all you guys in the next video.